Disclaimer: this story is fictional. Viewer discretion advised. My name is Daniel Hayes, and this happened during a late-night trip from Texas to California. My car overheated on a lonely highway, and the nearest place was an old, flickering sign that read Ridgewood Motel. I checked in at the front desk, where an old man with strange wide eyes slid me a metal key for room 9. As I turned to leave, he leaned in and whispered, "Whatever you hear tonight, don't open your door." I thought he was joking, but his face never changed. The room was dusty but quiet. I collapsed on the bed. Around 2:17 a.m., I woke up to slow knocking in the hallway. At first it sounded distant, but soon it was right outside my door. Then I heard a woman crying softly, saying, "Please, let me in." I looked through the peephole. No one was there, but the knocking continued, harder now, and her voice suddenly shifted from crying to a deep, distorted whisper. "Daniel, I know you're awake." My heart froze. I never told anyone my name here. The knocking stopped, replaced by a slow dragging sound like nails scraping the floor moving past my door. When everything went silent, I cracked open the door. The hallway was empty, but long scratch marks covered the floor, leading toward the lobby. On my door, someone had written, "Let me in," with a fingertip through the dust. Panicked, I locked myself inside and grabbed my phone. It buzzed on, unknown number calling. Against every instinct, I answered. For a moment there was only breathing, then the same voice whispered, "Why didn't you open the door, Daniel?" I hung up, but the calls kept coming. Each voicemail repeated the same words, "Open the door." The lights flickered, the temperature dropped. As I backed away, I noticed movement in the mirror. Behind my reflection stood a pale woman with long wet hair covering her face and fingers too long to be human. She only existed in the mirror, not the room itself. When she lifted her head and smiled, the mirror cracked. I ran out of the room and straight to the lobby. The manager was calmly drinking coffee as if nothing happened. I yelled, telling him what I saw. He didn't look surprised. Instead, he sighed and said, "Room 9 should have stayed closed. A woman died there years ago. She knocks every night, pretending to be someone you trust. If you open the door, she gets in." I asked why he didn't warn me. He stared at me with the same wide eyes and said, "I did." I sprinted to my car, started the engine, and took off. But before driving away, I noticed something on my windshield. 4 words scratched deep into the glass with long fingernails. "See you tomorrow night." And below that, carved even deeper, was my home address. I never went back, but every night since, someone knocks on my door at exactly 2:17 a.m., slow, steady, and always whispering the same words. "Please, let me in."